Patrick. I teach family and consumer science. As allied arts, we have the unique privilege of seeing these students for multiple years and watching their growth. Most of you have grown from year to year. So this student that I want to recognize, I've only had the privilege of knowing them for 2 years, but it's been an incredible 2 years to be in a classroom with a student and to watch their growth and to watch their progression. So, you were a leader in both the classroom and the kitchen, always contributing to the discussion and offering up your own knowledge to your peers. You were never the loudest, but you led nonetheless. And the greatest leaders are not the ones with the loudest voice, but the strongest actions. As you leave your tenure at Horace Mann for the wider halls of high school, remember to be true to yourself because you are exactly who you are meant to be, and that you is excellent. So, to help you navigate the road ahead, I have some tools for you. A calendar, so that you can easily remember what is important in life. It's not always the big things. The little things can matter a lot too, and they always seem to be forgotten. Clips to organize your things. There's going to be a lot to keep up with, and it's important to keep those things together. So when it gets too hard for you to do it by yourself, lean on others to help you keep it together. Finally, an apron, because things are not always clean and easy. Life gets messy, and the splatters left behind can be a mess. Surround yourself with people to help clean up and start over. But don't be afraid of a few stains. We can learn a lot from our mistakes. Congratulations, Sarah Vang. Your future is both bright and delicious.
The next award is coming from Tech Ed. Mr. Sabeda is Tech Ed teacher, also Project Lead the Way, so Tech Ed and Project Lead the Way, which our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders all take. So he gave me a little something to read here. So Tech Ed Project Lead the Way award is presented to a student who demonstrates the patience and attention to detail that is required in producing high-quality projects, demonstrates creativity when confronted with problem-solving activities, and applies sound engineering principles to their solutions. Demonstrates the ability to work within a group of students to achieve a common goal. Demonstrates safety through knowledge, attitude, and practice. Demonstrates effective time management skills, completing projects on or before due dates. And demonstrates its sincere interest in learning about technology by following both written and verbal instruction accurately. The 2016-17 Tech Ed Project Lead the Way Award has been earned by Cody Morrow.
Is big.
So the next set of awards, I'm not going to be able to speak as eloquently as those others came prior to me, but I will give a little bit of background on who teaches it and some of the criteria that they have to do each day in class. Once again, I will not do it justice. They were not able to be here tonight either for other engagements or were just not able to be here. So for business education, Mr. Nate Earl teaches that. He goes between all 3 middle schools. In business education, everything from working on budgets, putting together a project and having the budget for that, to just having basic money sense and business sense. So our student of the year for business education is Sam Barber. Sam's not here tonight, so we will extend that wonderful gratitude to him on Monday. All right, so the next one is Ed or physical education. I believe we had 2 for this. Yep. So they picked 1 male and 1 female student, considering Mr. Korf and Ms. Braxima are 2 Phi-Ed teachers. Ms. Braxima is at state with the track team right now, and Mr. Korf just got done with a really busy field day, so I'm sure they are both either still working or elsewhere. So I will speak on their behalf. With Phi-Ed, I'm really impressed with the things that Ms. Braxima and Mr. Korf do, everything from field day to these different activities of giving lifelong fitness. What they're really looking for is not the fastest, not the strongest, but people are willing to set goals, try their hardest, and actually try a lot of new things in Phi-Ed. So we're really looking forward to announcing that Jacob Pitch and Taylor Pepper are our 2 Phi-Ed teachers of the year. Our next section is art. For Ms. Brown, I'm sure I have just a fraction of artistic ability compared to this student. Putting in the time in art doesn't just come naturally. Some students seem to be able to draw anything. I see students drawing every single day throughout the school, but just putting in the time and effort to try these new things, showing their creativity, and trying new things in art class is a big deal. So, this student of the year for art is Emma Perotti. The next award is for Spanish. So I don't know if this came from Mr. Kroll or Mr. Homestead. Mr. Kroll comes up for one section, Mr. Homestead comes up for 2 or 3 a week. Spanish is a 7th and 8th grade course here at Horace Mann. We also have the dual language program, but they're usually separate from one another. Just because yo puedo hablar un poquito español, esta persona is Hannah Schaefer for Spanish of the Year.
Hi, Hannah.
Go Hannah.
I cannot speak any French, so I don't have to do any lines there. Ms. Geisler comes over to us from the high school. She has 2 sections of French every day. I'm always pleasantly surprised when she has a group of 35 kids or 30 plus kids in the classroom right next to Mr. Thomas's health class, and they are just going through activities, groups. You never think of doing languages and just kids doing projects and groups and things like that, but she's always impressed every time I go into her classroom. The students are really engaged, going through French, and I have no clue what they're saying, so it must be good stuff. So, Dua C. Vane is our Student of the Year for French. Dua C. Vane. We got 2 more. All right, so health class. This comes from Mr. Thomas. This is our final award for Student of the Year. He picked 1 male and 1 female as well. Considering all students go through health class. He did have the criteria for human growth and development up here, but I seem to have lost that, so I won't go over the specifics on that. But for the year, he covers a lot of topics that are uncomfortable for parents and kids to talk about. I believe a couple times I went to observe him was probably the most uncomfortable topic I ever heard of, and there was a video. So that was well timed. I think actually that was the day I subbed for his class for 20 minutes, and he knew I was coming in. So he's got a great sense of humor, and that sense of humor goes a long way when we're talking about things that are not that comfortable to talk about, and just things that are important to your kids, and they really need to hear it from someone at some point in their life, and Mr. Thomas does that every single day. So it's kind of a big deal, and also just talks about, cares a lot with our physical fitness and having a healthy lifestyle and having a great start while we're out in middle school. So our Students of the Year for Health are Isabella Solano and Lucas Ungert. So that concludes our awards for tonight. This is our first night, once again, doing the 8th grade awards by itself, and just getting a little bit more special for our 8th graders. You guys did a great job being the audience. Parents, we thank you, and family for coming out. Let's give the 8th grade teachers a big round of applause. And we're just very grateful to have your students, as Mr. Thorpe very eloquently put. They're great kids. We thank you for letting us spend some time with them, at least 1 year, not 3. Really appreciate everything they've done and you've done for them. Have a great weekend, great night. 8th graders, your night's not over yet, so heading straight out the doors, outside, and over to the gym. Have a great night. Thank you, everyone.
Do you want us to wait for you or pick you up or what?
Congratulations.
What time?
I'll text you.
Huh?
I'll text you.
Your turn. Wait. I don't know. So, baby, we can just go now. What are you? Are you wearing shorts under there? It's a book in the back. I can see the book in the back.
Yeah, someone's asked me to stand.
Let's go.
Right there.
Call me when.
Hey, Froggy.
Just turn around.
Parents, as you leave, the permission slip for Veterans Park is outside on the table in the lobby. We had like 50 to 70